you for coming to visit me again. We are going to try a different type of therapy this time. It's called the interpersonal therapy model. It more focuses on relationships. So in therapy in general, you have, feelings. You can have negative feelings or positive ones. In the interpersonal model, they feel that the symptoms of your feelings, like if you feel anxiety or sad or negative, it's because you have bad relationships around you. Whereas if you have positive relationships, you're more likely to have positive feelings, feeling happy, feeling, So they like to focus more in this model on relationships and fixing them, building them, making communication better in order to fix relationships. So we're going to try that a little bit today because obviously you have relationships with everybody in your life.
Yeah.
And we have a relationship, and this way we can talk and we can apply like the way we communicate to other relationships in your life.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So, is there any relationship you can think of that you have possibly negative feelings in?
Right now I do. I feel like I'm kind of in conflict with one of my friends. Like I feel like our relationship has always been great, but recently I feel like I haven't been given the same like attention that a friend would give you. Like first of all, like they're like very flaky on me, or they don't reply or answer to my calls, and
it's definitely
kind of annoying,
frustrating. I can definitely see that. So you feel like you're giving the extra mile, so to speak, and they're not meeting you.
Yeah, they're not meeting me at all.
Definitely understand why that would be upsetting. You want to have a healthy 50-50 reaction there in your relationships. Is there a specific time you can think of where you had this conflict?
Like just like a week ago, we were on the phone, and she was very keen on like getting dinner with me this week, and I think we scheduled a date. I think it was on Monday. We were supposed to meet up for dinner, which was totally the plan up until like Monday afternoon. I asked her where she wanted to meet up, and she told me she forgot and that she was busy and she couldn't do it when it was her idea.
So. Yeah. So how did it make you feel that she waited until the day of?
I was annoyed, very annoyed, because I would obviously like to have dinner with her and catch up, but at the same time, I could have spent that time doing something else rather than anticipating the dinner. I could have planned something.
That's true. You did waste, so you feel like you wasted your time waiting.
Yes.
Okay. And when you have talked to have you talked to her about the fact that you feel that she's being more flaky?
Yeah, I mentioned it. This happened like a couple weeks ago too. I remember mentioning it to her, but it wasn't that. It wasn't a productive conversation, really. Okay. I just told her that I asked her not to fake on me anymore because I felt like it was really rude. And she only told me that she would try, but obviously nothing.
You feel like it's changed. It's still happening.
Yeah.
So I noticed when you're talking to me, you're using a lot of I statements, which is a good thing that we do in interpersonal therapy. You want to tell your partner, your friend, the other person that you're having issues with, you want to try to communicate your feelings rather than being like, you make me feel upset when you flake. Just say, I feel upset.
Okay.
So you do that with me, and I think that's really good. I think the way you need to talk to her, you need to let her know your feelings without making it seem like you're attacking her. Even though she's generally causing these feelings by flaking, you don't want to try to say you're flaking because it puts people on the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when I did approach her, I came off with you're being rude.
I mean, it's understandable that happens. It's natural for us to want to talk to people like that. It also might help when you're talking to her to try to empathize and see it from her point of view. Maybe ask her. Of course, she says she forgot, but I mean, for all it could be she's just saying she forgot, but she really had something else going on. Okay. So maybe ask her, take some time to try to see if she has some other things, or even ask her, how she feels about your friendship. Because you want to say, I feel like we're really great friends. We had a lot of, good times together, and I just want to know how you feel about it, because when I'm flaked on, it makes me feel like we don't have as good of a relationship.
Mhm.
That way, you're wording it from your point of view, but you get to ask her feelings
Yeah.
and see her side.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be a better conversation to have with it.
Well, so I'd like to give you a little bit of homework. If you could try, I know you do practice I statements. You do I statements already, so just keep that in mind when you do talk to her. But maybe you could talk to somebody else or practice the thought of, asking how she feels, like seeing it from her point of view. Because it's a hard thing to do to empathize with people. So maybe you could try to feel from her point of view how the situation is. And, if you practice that, it'll be easier for you in the moment to think about it that way.
I think that's something I'll need to practice, because I don't want to attack her per se.
Right, and feelings are running high, so you just have to practice it, keep it, in your mind that you want to listen to her side and you want to stay calm the way you're doing now. Stay calm in that relationship and see. So you can practice that homework assignment, and I think we can talk about it next time and see how everything went.